What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Locks presented by Scores and Odds. If you haven't checked it out already, just making bad life choices, going over to scoresandodds.com where you got picks from me and CT, all the grades. Plus, you get access to our nice little prop shopping tool right here. You can see exactly what we have projected for each individual prop, plus where the best lines are at. Most importantly, you get access to Grant's Action Lounge. What is Grant's Action Lounge? Well, it's my Discord where I'm throwing in all my picks each and every day. So you get in there before the lines end up moving. Just go to scoresandodds.com/Discord. Guessing no one's watching this live. We're recording at 5 a.m. Eastern time. I've been working all night. We got early games, so I'll get you the bets before I go to bed. Yeah, we'll just get right into it. Patrick Corbin under 17.5 outs, minus 123 over at Caesars, minus 120 over in several other spots, I believe, over on DK. Corbin been solid enough so far this season. Really mostly good against lefties. But he's still not that great of a pitcher. He's a guy that's not going to strike out a ton. Has gone later into games, gets a really tough match versus Dodgers. Dodgers, one of the highest walk rate teams in the entire league, one of the best hitting teams in the entire league. Yes, they are better versus righties than they are versus lefties, but they are still a very good hitting team versus lefties. Think they beat up Corbin a little bit. 17.5 outs, just a bit too high. He's probably going to go 5. Tommy Henry, over 15.5 outs, minus 104. Caesars plus 105 over at DraftKings. Tommy Henry, not a great pitcher. Not very good at all, but I'm still rolling with it because these lines are just a bit too low. Let me find the game here. He's going up against Colorado on the road. Colorado, possibly the worst hitting team on the road this season. Obviously, we know that Coors is a big advantage. Coors is the best place to hit in all of baseball. So their numbers vastly skewed playing over in Coors. Overall, 25.4% K rate going up against lefties so far this season or since the beginning of last season in the starting lineup here. Not great. Obviously, the bottom half of the lineup is just straight up bad. We'll go ahead and pull up the numbers here for the Rockies versus lefties so far this season on the road, or just straight up versus lefties, I guess. So looking into it right now, Colorado, when it comes to K rate, currently sitting at 5th in the league. That's incorporating their starts in Coors. WRC plus is sitting at a dreadful 62. That's their numbers when incorporating in their overall ballpark upgrade. So second worst team, maybe the worst team, WRC plus versus lefties so far this season. Yeah, they are the worst team. Just not good at all. Henry, not a great pitcher, but he can go late enough into games. I'm rolling with his over on outs. I'm rolling with his over on strikeouts, minus 130 over at Betway. Same thing over at DK, or same line over at DK. Just a bad overall line. Next up, James Kaprielian hitting the under of 17.5 outs. Matchup versus Atlanta. Kaprielian's actually been solid enough this season, but he still hit this under at a decent rate, due for some negative regression. Big fly ball guy, 6.41 xFIP, struggles with walks. Not a good pitcher. Not as good as his numbers have shown. Looking at his game log here, he's gone under 6 innings in every start but one so far this season, giving up a boatload of runs. Still seems to make it deeper into games than he should, considering how bad he's been pitching. I like the under here. Zach Eflin, under 5.5 strikeouts, minus 113 over at Caesars, minus 110, I believe, over at DraftKings. Let's go ahead and check that out. Trying to remember stuff. It's tough at this time in the morning. Surprised we have as many people watching. Howdy. Did not expect this many. Minus 110 over at DraftKings. Eflin been very solid so far this season, but not a great matchup, not a terrible matchup going up against the Cubs here. They are a very patient team. Eflin doesn't strike out a lot of guys, but probably going to work up the count a bit. He's shown leaps and bounds to be better this year. Rays can sometimes just fix pitchers. But overall, I don't think his numbers are as good as they have been. I am rolling with the under. Next up, James Paxton, over 15.5 outs and over 5.5 strikeouts, -105 and -112. Paxton been just lighting guys up this season. XFIP a little high, walks a little high, but K rate sitting at 30.7%. Been fantastic. The cut or the Reds, they've been solid versus lefties so far this year, but overall still striking out at 22.7% clip. WRC plus is right around average going up against lefties. Big strikeout guy in Paxton. I'm a believer in his stuff. I think he's back to what he used to be. I really like this both overs here. Again, hitting the over on strikeouts and outs. Before we get to the home run bets, if you haven't checked out our sponsor, Shady Rays, great independent sunglass company, fantastic protection, fantastic eyewear. If you lose or break one of your pairs of sunglasses, they'll give you a new one, no questions asked. If you buy them, you don't like them, send them in for a new pair or send them back for free for a refund within 30 days, no risk. Plus, feel good. They've already donated 20 million meals to fight hunger with Feeding America. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the new year. Go to shadyrays.com and use code ROTOGRINDERS for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The Shades rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people. Let's get to some home run bets. Adley Rutschman, we're going to keep going at this as long as they keep giving us these ridiculous odds. Bet 365 plus 1025. I know it's a match versus Bieber. Bieber is a solid overall pitcher, but it's still a righty going up against Rutschman, and we're getting 10-1 odds. Bieber still allowing under 1 home run per 9 throughout the course of the season, but Rutschman above average home run bat from the left side of the plate. Don't love the ballpark here. Weather over in Baltimore today isn't too bad, 78 degrees, wind just crossing. So I'm rolling with it. Kyle Schwarber, plus 360 to home run, or bet 365, plus 350 most other places. Schwarber, one of the best home run hitters in the league. Don't love the ballpark. Matchup versus Carrasco, solid. Schwarber, massive fly ball hitter. 43% since the beginning of last season. Close to 50 this season. Carrasco giving up a ton of hard contact to lefties since the beginning of last season. Carrasco has not been great this year. Schwarber should crush. I know he may not get a hit, but if he hits it, decent chance it leaves the ballpark. And last up, Varsho to home run plus 500 over at bet 365. Gets a matchup going up against Teheran. Teheran has always struggled with lefty power, pretty much the entire course of his career. The dude's old. I don't know how he's still in the league. I don't understand it. Varsho, solid power bat. I know he hasn't been great so far this season, but going up against a righty, still solid power numbers. Look, 37% hard contact rate. Would like to see that higher, but big fly ball numbers. And look at these numbers for Teheran this year. Very small sample size, 11 at bats, but massive hard contact, a lot of fly balls, and it's kind of consistent with him in the past. Yeah, that's it. That's the show. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be doing it at the same time, same place. Out of here. Like